Hey guys, Squirrel here, and welcome to another episode of Trucking Diaries. We're in Tonopah. If you remember, we dropped off a trailer over there, and I said to you there were a bunch of trailers over here, these like crane ones. These have now changed, and the reason they've changed is I've brought in a new mod, and it has reset the economy, as it were. Let me show you the mod, basically. If I bring the map up, you'll see that the map now extends down here, and it also extends up this way. This is called Mexusken. It's a pretty hard thing to say, Mexusken. It's a crazy name. This is 1.2, and I will warn straight away, firstly, I've not tried this. I haven't tried this map. I've just dropped it in. I had a quick fly around these areas just to see what the quality was like, and it was pretty decent. There are some very long roads here. Some of them have pretty much nothing on them. But the cities themselves seem to be reasonably well developed. I had a poke around about 4 of them, I think. However, down here is not the case. Down here is very, I would say, alpha/beta territory. There are clearly gaps kicking around. There are sections of road that are invisible. I'm not even going to go down there. I'm going to focus on this bit. So for the next, at least few episodes, we're going to try and explore some of this. I'm going to try and pick up some jobs. So, the goal for today, I guess, is to try and head off in this direction. There are 2 routes into this. One comes out of Reading and one comes out of Battle Mountain that way. Now, this mod up here, this Mexusken, works with MHA Pro, which is what I'm using as well. However, there is a particular load order to get it all working correctly, otherwise the map displaces. And what I've done is I've got Mexusken right at the very top of the list, and then MHA falls immediately after in order, and that works. So in other words, the map has the highest priority out of all your mods, and Mexusken has the highest priority. If you do that, it seems to work okay. Anything else, and this whole thing was just shifted over here and looking very broken. But you can see already that it's kind of giving you a little flavour of things that might be, all these states here, and well, hey, there's a long way to go, right? But we'll see what we can do, one bit at a time. I've also noticed we're in where are we now? We're in Tonopah, and there's this place called Topaz Lake, which looks quite nice. So I'd like to kind of take a drive through here if possible. There are some roadworks there, which it says I've not been down. I'm guessing there's something here from MHA Pro that's been enhanced. Maybe something there, because you can see the blatant gap in the road. It implies that, something got changed in that sector, and I've not seen it yet. That's what it means. I've not been around that Carson City. Well, I have, but not in this profile. But I'm not going to go near that. What I'm going to do is take a job out of Tonopah, and then we're going to head up. If you actually look at the freight market here, and just ignore this this particular mod here that I'm using, it in the job market draws these kind of weird red things, but they're not there in the actual game. It works quite well. But what I did notice, apart from the hay, there's a frozen vegetable, some frozen vegetables which goes over to Eureka. Now, Eureka is not far away from Reading. In fact, we have to pass through Reading. So what I'm thinking is, let's take this frozen veg over to Eureka, which is quite a long drive, and then after that, what I'm going to try and do is get back to Reading and head north into Oregon, towards Oregon and Washington, Seattle and Portland. We'll go from there, basically. That's the plan. I've not been up there, like I say, I've not driven this route, so you're going to see it with me for the first time. It should be quite interesting. So I know my driver is quite ready to rest if we bring up the display. He's ready for a rest, and I also need some fuel. And I think there is a fuel station up at the lake area, so hopefully we can get to rest. Actually, what is my repair state of my truck? 5% damage, it's not too bad. It's nothing to worry about. Let's get the lights on here. Let's go and pick up this job. So I think that's it there. We'll go and grab hold of it, reverse, get the trailer, and get on over to the lake. We'll set a waypoint on the way. Also see if there's anything else that we can get that's of interest. That's quite cool. Truck just parked here. Take the job. Interestingly enough, there's a rest area just there ahead of us on the left. That's a rest area. But I'm not going to use it, because like I say, I'm going to go over to the lake. This has 4 reverse gears, I think. I've just put it into reverse 2. I would have liked to have taken that. If you remember at the end of the last episode, there was an extra long trailer with the crane on it. I would have liked to have taken that. But it's not to be this time. Alright, let's put the parking brake on and let's plan our journey. So, here we are, over in Tonopah. So we're going to come this way. And here you go, just here, can you see that there's a rest area, a repair station, and a fuel station. There's a lake here, basically, funnily enough, because it's called Topaz Lake. So I'm going to head this way, and then we're going to stop and rest and refuel. Then we'll get on our way. We'll head up through Carson City. Let's have a look where else we're going. We're going to go through Reno, then head across into Redding. You can see now that the new road system, there's a cloverleaf there, and then Route 5 goes northbound into Hornbrook. That's the stuff we're going to do later. I don't know if we're going to need another rest on the way or not. By the time we sleep, I think it's quite late in the afternoon right now. Oh, look at this. There's actually a different... do you know what? Let's go the alternative way here. Maybe that way as well. Just slightly extend the loop and just to pick up that more extra bit of road discovery. Yeah, it's quite late in the evening, I think. Let me bring up the speedometer. My guy's yawning badly. 4:39. Let's say we get up to the sleep area around, I don't know, 5:30 maybe. Just get the right gear. There we go. Then we'll sleep. It's going to be like 2, 3 in the morning, something like that. So we're going to be up at just before the crack of dawn. But it's a rather nice spot by the lake. It really is a lovely rest area. I really like it there. It's probably quite peaceful. But they've got everything you need. Everything a trucker needs for an overnight stay. Do you know, I suspect real-life truckers actually build up a list of... hang on, let me just bring my seat forward a bit. They probably bring up a list of their favourite watering holes or resting holes or whatever they call them. If, you know, if I was passing by that lake, that would definitely be on my list. It's a pretty busy road. Some nice trucks going past. Wow, we just cannot get a break in this traffic. Look at this. I think that was a Mustang just went past. I'm gonna have to force this one. For some reason, they've not... Like, the AI generator, the AI vehicle generator, they should probably tweak. So that it has a bit of variability to it, you know? That way you'll get these kind of natural gaps. I don't know if they do that, but it just seems to, Well, bizarrely, if you look, there's no traffic coming now. Just inconvenienced that guy completely. Yeah, I presume there's a traffic generator over that hill somewhere. And it just seems to shotgun things. Well, not shotgun, just machine gun it. Yeah, boom, 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 vehicles coming out. Well, actually what it should do is kind of spawn a few of them, then wait a random amount of time, spawn some more, wait a random amount of time. Just to vary up, just to create natural gaps in the traffic. Incidentally, I've installed another mod, which is what they call a HDR fix. What it does is it reduces the bloom effect. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but if you've got HDR turned on, it's like the bloom is unbelievably strong. It's ridiculously strong. If you look at the top of vehicles on a sunny day, especially like a white vehicle on a sunny day, you've just got this white washout effect because the bloom is so big. And, you know, I'm not a massive fan of bloom, I'll be honest, but I think they've tuned it the wrong way as well. Anyway, this HDR fix mod, which I will add to the mod spreadsheet, well actually I already did add to the mod spreadsheet, which is available at mods.squirrel.tv. You'll see in the spreadsheet, go and download it, enable it, that's all you got to do. It allows you to run HDR, but then turns off a lot of the bloom effects, so you've not got this horrible glow in your face. So far it seems to be working. I'm just looking at the bonnet there, or the hood, I think you guys call it. Yeah, you call it the hood, don't you? And there's no horrible bloom on it, so it seems to work nicely. Do you know what? Let's pick up some speed here. Because if I'm not careful, I'm gonna get fined. "18 gears gives you such a massive range." It's unbelievable. Of course, the real trick is knowing which gear to go for. Like how many jumps you can get away with. That's the real trick. It's a lot more flexible than 10 though. Like the 10 speed is pretty convenient, but I've noticed when you get to 8th gear, you really need to go 8, 9, 10 because you just don't have enough torque at that point to get away with it. But with 18, it's just crazy. But, you know, I hardly ever need to go up single gears. It's 2, 3, even sometimes 4 gears at a time. Depending on the load, of course. Just remembered I haven't got a retarder on this thing. Oh, fuel's gone red as well. Oh man, that was terrible. So what happened then? It popped up and said you're getting tired, and it completely obliterated the map. So I had to quickly lean forward, press F5, so I could see where we were going, and then I almost completely overshot the junction. That's good. Having a repair station like that is really handy. Hello. Yeah, that mad rush threw me off my step a bit then. Not sure what that was. Okay, just in the nick of time, we refuel. It's a nice sunset, isn't it? Not sure what's going on there. When I press F3, it actually cancels a refill. F3, go away. That's all I was trying to do, was make it go away, and every time you press the fuel, it comes back up again. I guess we're having that display then. Silly Whopper. Today's a Big Mac box. What? That's a weird billboard. Let's get the lights on just in case I get fined for that. Right, refueling is done. There's the lake. As you can see, it's a really nice area to be. Silly Whopper, that's a Big Mac box. What bizarre advert. But just look at this. Look at this view. Do you know what I like about this? Not just that it's a great view, but like there's other trucks here as well, so you kind of... You really feel like you're about to stop in a truck rest area with a view. I mean, look at that. If you're a trucker, you can pull up here, you know, get your food out, and just sit there in your cab, listening to your radio, whatever you do, and just have a look at the lake and whatever people are doing on the lake. It's fantastic. Just keep my eye out on that lamppost. Definitely one of the best rest areas I've found so far in this sim. Okay, it's kind of hard to see how far we are. I think that should do it. Alrighty then, lights off. Engine off. And I shall bid you good night. We are refueled and ready to rock and roll in the morning. Home of Murder Truckers Bakersfield. Okay. 6:17 AM. Look at that. What a glorious sight to wake up to. Wow. Like, this truck stop just happens to be facing east. Look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, this would definitely be on my list of places to come to if I was a trucker. Let's get rid of that map. Day running lights on. Wow, that guy there has been here, and he's got a Mustang convertible. He's been here all night. That's how good the view is. Not even moved. Even the cops are still here. I'm kind of surprised that guy hasn't got a radar gun in his hand. It's a bit too close. Whoa! Hello. Rip gearbox. I have no idea what just happened. I think I missed a gear. That's what was supposed to happen. Yeah, really nice drive along here. So just looking at that map that goes north, I notice, I think, like, it goes quite a few states up. And as you can see, the scenery here is pretty well populated. You know, there's not just trees and barriers, there's, you know, bits of shrubbery and, like, just lots of details. Some of the roads that I sort of quickly had a look at are very, very sparse. You know, we will know when we get in that area because it'll just be like a road. Some sand and some AI vehicles in places. However, like I say, if we just focus on the cities themselves... What's going on here? Just lights. If we focus on the cities themselves, they seem to be pretty, pretty well done. This is the bit of road I haven't been on, I think. I kind of think that what MHA have done there is come along and insert some roadworks, which is kind of cool. As I said before, I just wish they could be scripted, because that would be lovely. As it stands, the only way to get them, or to get rid of them, is to enable or disable the mod, which is a bit annoying. Actually, I reckon somebody should... You know what somebody should do? Somebody should make a mod, which is just a map enhancer, and give you, like, variable packs. So, some of them will have roadworks on this highway, and maybe a couple of other highways on the map. And then, you know, the author will kind of mix and match them around a bit, so he'll put the roadworks on different highways, and then what you can do is just... When you start your profile up, just, you know, turn one off and turn a different one back on. And that would then move all of the roadworks. And it would be kind of cool because then, you know, you won't come back to the same piece of road and just see the same roadwork. It will have moved. And that would be kind of nice. Okay, so finance-wise, we're now on 37 grand. We need to be trying to pay off our loan, as you know. But we're not in any danger. That's the main thing. We're not in any financial difficulty. I was a bit worried, I must admit. I was a bit worried that when I got this Kenworth, we'd overspent a little bit, because I have gone into quite a bit of debt to get it. And to get the extra drivers and that kind of thing. I'm hoping if I cruise along at 25... yeah, the lights will be good to me. Awesome. Stay there, pal. Stay there. But yeah, if you look at the window then, you could see the HDR bloom effect, like there. See the window as well has got the bloom effect, but it's not completely in your face. It's quite manageable. Is that a donut? What is that? That's a donut. Oh, come on. Okay, used cars. Today's special. I'd always be worried about buying a car that was a special, do you know what I mean? Because my immediate thought is, that's a car that they've not been able to sell. It's not like, oh, we just got it in. I mean, it could be a case of we just got it in. But if it was a good car and it just came in, it would probably disappear pretty quickly before they'd even had a chance to put it on the special bit. So anything that's on today's special, I'm worried about. Because it just feels like we couldn't sell this. We've knocked a couple of $100 off it and... oh, it's a today's special. Come and have a look. Why is nobody buying it? That's my thought. Why is nobody buying it? I would rather get something that people are wanting, not get something that nobody's buying kind of thing. In case there's something wrong with it, maybe. Right, 16th gear. Now, can we get away with 18th on this highway? Or are other vehicles in front of us going to start driving really slowly? I wonder. Uh-oh. If you see an AI vehicle changing lane, get worried. I actually ploughed into the back of an AI truck in ETS2 because we were going along the highway like this and we were doing like 50-60 miles per hour or something, and I was, you know, I wasn't right behind the truck, but I wasn't that far away, and there was, you know, there's no kind of reason for him to slow down, and we approached a junction, well, not a junction, we approached an exit slip, and when the AI approaches an exit slip, it doesn't, and this is a really long exit slip, so what's supposed to happen is, you know, you move over into that lane. Uh-oh. Who the heck saw me do that? You move over into that lane, and you then decelerate, right? What they do, what the AI does, is it decelerates on the approach to the lane, even though the speed limits in the lane is the same, and then it moves over. So the net effect was, I slammed into the back of this truck because this truck decelerated from 60, and as we know, it's got the physics of, like it weighs up like a paper bag, so it went from 60 to 40 miles per hour in the blink of an eye, and I couldn't react in time. Just went straight into the back of it. Gross weight, 26 tons. Oh wow, it actually tells you that now. That's changed. Whoops, wrong gear. Uh-oh. We could be here for some time. So that caused 16% damage to my truck, and of course it caused a few percent damage to the trailer, which then cost me in my pocket. And because ETS2 doesn't have the co-insurance in the same way that ATS has it, I think my repair bill was about €3,500. Come on. Let's go. And it was all caused because the AI slows down before it moves over. This Kenny definitely likes to rev, I've noticed. It loves to get up to about 2k and then change it. Definitely likes 2k. I just saw that car doing the floaty thing, did you see that? I thought they'd fixed all those bits of the map, but apparently not. 75, let's lock in the cruise. About 75, 76. In fact, that is a little bit too quick. There, you see how he hit the brakes and then he moved over? Case in point. Right, signposted Reading straight on, Reno to the right. Gives me a vague idea where we are. Ah, speed limits are coming down. I guess we just entered California. How disappointing. I like California, but the Nevada speed limits I definitely prefer. This thing seems to be performing a little bit better. I don't know if they changed anything or not graphically, but I'm definitely able to get some better frame rates now. I'm thinking they tuned something. Wasn't in the release notes though, but it definitely feels a little bit more sprightly. Of course, when we get into Vegas it won't be the case because, well, Vegas is pretty detailed. But that'll definitely translate. You'll see it in the recording. I'm sure you will. You'll see how a lot more smooth than it has been of late. Walmart Pharmacy. I don't know what Walmarts are like in the States. Are they anything like Tesco in the UK? Because, like, I just saw Walmart Pharmacy. Uh-oh. And it got me thinking. If Walmart are like Tesco, come on, get on with it. If Walmart are like Tesco, they try to get into everything. Obviously they've got their own pharmacy there. And Tesco does the same thing, it has like a pharmacy inside its stores. But then you've got like Tesco Bank. So they've got their own bank, you've got the Tesco credit card, so they've got that. You know, they don't just... Like a supermarket used to just sell food and stuff. Food and drink and bits and pieces. Now supermarkets are basically like one-stop shops for everything. It's crazy. And I'm guessing Walmart is exactly the same. Like I bet you there's a Walmart bank and a Walmart credit card, and if you have the credit card and use it to buy in the store, you'll get extra bonuses and all this kind of thing. Like Tesco used to have this thing where... Well, they've still got the points system going, so if you buy stuff, you get points. If you buy with the credit card, you get even more points. But they've also got, like, various other bonuses that you can get. I need to think about... Wow, I was about to put my lights on then. But it was just the shadow from the cloud, it made it really dark. Speed limit 30! There's a cop there! Oh my god, did you see that? I got away with it. I'm not sure if it's because I got down to 30 in time or whether he just decided not to give me a ticket this time. But that was close. Uh-oh, wrong button. Okay, I want to finish messing up the gears. Like I say, I'm still not fully muscle memoried on this 18 speed thing. However, did I tell you about that? Did I tell you about that Kickstarter campaign that guy did? Did a Kickstarter campaign to replace the top of a the manual shifter with an Eaton Fuller, like the head off an Eaton Fuller, so that you've got the full split shifter buttons on your stick shift handle. Such a cool thing. Anyway, I've backed that, and we've been getting these like messages coming out saying, you know, I think it actually just closed when I'm recording this. I think it's literally closing now, the Kickstarter campaign. But he's like 300% funded or something. He's had SCS got one, I've got one. I think I tweeted out about it as well, so a bunch of people have backed it, and it should start to ship. I think it was end of, no, it wasn't end of April. I think it was end of May or June. Oh no, June actually. It's going to be about June before we get them. But it's going to be so cool having that, because I'll have like a physical, like a couple of physical buttons on my right thumb, and I will know whether I'm in, what kind of range I'm in, what kind of split and range I'm in, just by the position of the buttons on my thumb. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, because it'll also free up another couple of buttons on my steering wheel, which I can then map to something else. So that's nice. What you really won't run into problems though with button mapping is with Flight Simulation. Flight Simulation has ridiculous amounts of controls that you can cover, and you just don't have enough buttons. Like even a decent throttle and stick, there's just not enough buttons on there. And I'm seriously thinking about getting hold of from a flight sim store. You can get like a box of tricks. I say box of tricks, basically it's like a box that you plug in USB, and it's got lots of little switches and dials and rotaries on it, and then you can just connect it and then map it how you like. But I'm thinking, you know, we don't have to restrict that to just Flight Simulation. I could use that even in Truck Simulator, you know, I could use those buttons and map them. Like I could assign some of the buttons to the lights, to the beacons, like all kinds of stuff. As long as it just presents itself as a game controller and some switches, I don't see why I couldn't map it in American Truck Sim or European Truck Sim or any other kind of sim. So it seems like a worthwhile investment, so I'm going to try it out, and if I get it to work, I'll let you guys know. Because particularly if you've gone and got yourself like a G920 wheel or G29 wheel or something like that, they just don't have, particularly the stick, the manual shift. It just doesn't have as many buttons as the G27 has. So you kind of end up short of buttons, and you have to reach over and press the keyboard for things. Well, I'm thinking if I can get one of these box tricks, I can put it next to my steering wheel and just have lots of buttons that I can use. So I'm going to look into some various ones, and like I say, if I get one, I'll let you guys know how it works out. Turn right on red after stop. Well, there's the stop. There's the turn. Eddies! When I see Eddies, it just reminds me of what's his name? Eddie the Eagle. I think there's a movie out about Eddie the Eagle. There's that crazy guy from Britain who it's just I think the reason it's so hilarious is not just the fact that this guy went ski jumping. It's the fact that he had like super thick lenses in his glasses and then went ski jumping. It's almost like Mr. Magoo went ski jumping. It's just so like, what? But man, if you've ever like seen a view from the top of a ski jump and looked at it, and you like, I don't know if you're like me, you would just look at it and go, nope, there is no way I'm going down there. But you know, what can I say? He's got the nerve to do it. He did it, and then he competed. He actually competed and did pretty well. So yeah, they made a movie. I don't know why they've made a movie. No idea what the impetus was, but because he did it many years ago. I think it was in the 80s or something he did it? I'm sure it was. Gotta watch my speed here. I'm doing 31. Even though it's a bit of a stupid speed limit right now. But that cop car up front... I know he'll book me if I speed. I'll probably watch the movie. I kind of categorise movies into A, B and C categories. Like a Class A, a Class B and a Class C. A Class A movie is a movie that I want to go and watch at the cinema. Like, I'm prepared to go to the cinema and buy the overpriced tickets, buy their overpriced popcorn and their overpriced drinks, and then sit down and watch a movie on the big screen. Like, that's a Class A movie. A Class B movie is, hey, that's a movie that I want to see. But I'm not prepared to spend cinema price tickets on it, so I'll just wait till it pops onto TV or something like that, on DVD or whatever. You know, I'm prepared to wait. I don't want to splash out to watch it. And then you've got your Class C movie, which is essentially... I really am not bothered about ever seeing that. Like, if it's on Christmas Day and I've got absolutely nothing else to do, I might stay and watch it. But if it turns out to be rubbish, I won't bother. Of course, I'm not including movies that I just look at and go, nope, never watching that. They don't get a class because they're classless. So, when the missus says to me, oh, should we go and watch this at the movie? I'm like, nah. That's just not a Class A movie for me. I'd rather go and watch X than watch Y. Wow. 35 miles per hour, and then drops down to 25. You can see why. That is some nasty bit of road, though. Nice, we got through there. Don't know what it is, but lakes and trees. Lakes and trees. Whenever you drive, if you're driving past lakes and trees, it always just feels better, doesn't it? It just feels more scenic and pleasant to drive in scenery like this than when you're going down the highway and all you can see is just, you know, hills or farms. Like, they're okay, but lakes and trees, that's where it's at. Hey, what's this? Oh, he's been pulled over. Is that a UPS van? UPS? Do you see that? There's a cop car, a UPS van, a cop car, and there's a, like, he's been told to take the boxes out the back. It wouldn't surprise me if the cop car's like missing a delivery at home when he's pulled it over and going, can I just check that my box is not in here? I'm expecting this today. Either that or he's just giving him an inspection. This is a windy road with a lot of speed limit changes. I think there's definitely more speed limits posted here in this 1.2. So it's kind of nice following this guy. Makes it easy because I know when he hits the brakes, we're either coming up to a bend or we're coming up to a speed limit change, or possibly both. There you go. That's great. It's like a mobile law bubble. Have you noticed in the mirror that the sky looks a lot bluer than it does ahead? Isn't that weird? Yeah, it was about this distance that I was going along when that guy just basically brake tested me and I went into the back of him. Although we were doing about 60, I think. It's about 80 kilometers, I think, which is about, what, 50 miles per hour? So it's about 85. I think that was the limit. 55 miles per hour, roughly. Hey, some nice log cabins here. I'd like the idea of a log cabin, but I think I'd rather sort of timeshare one. I don't think I'd want to own one. I like the idea of going to them and just enjoying it, but at the same time, you know, if you got kind of bored of it, like, you can't be there every week or every weekend of the year unless you live really close, in which case, what's so bad about your house that you want to be there all the time? But as a retreat almost, like, oh, you know, it's the kids' holidays or whatever, let's go there for a weekend. Like, that appeals to me. And I think I'd rather timeshare it, and also just to keep the costs down, because if you're going to own one, you're going to have to rent it out, I guess. Just to pay for the bills, but I guess it's nice. Where are we going here? Straight down and then turning left. Okay. Down towards Eureka. What is the time of day, by the way? Wow, 5:17 p.m. Blimey. That's like a whole day's driving. However, we're only 19 miles away. Sir, I don't think that was particularly clever, if I'm honest. Nice. We've actually got a nice run into that. Right, we're on the home straight, peeps. Although we are going to take that detour, if you remember. I can see the waypoint markers on the sat-nav there have routed us around, so we're already on that loop. Not really sure which lane I need to be in. I'm thinking possibly let's go with the left lane. Hello. Let's go on the left lane just in case I need to make a left. Oh, you scumbag lights. Yeah, I could actually make a left here, but I'll follow the sat-nav route and just loop it around. McDonald's! With an American flag outside of it. Oh, station wagon. Why do I feel like I'm being raced? I'll race you all the way up to 30 and then I'll slow down because I might get a ticket. I think we'll get the main lights on now. Okay, left lane. Starbucks? Wow, where's Starbucks? Oh, is it just a billboard? A billboard. Ray's Hamburgers, supermarket. No U-turns. Okay, I was just beginning to wonder if that red car was actually going to move. Okay, I don't understand this. But I don't understand why they're giving way. Are they on a light, or it's some crazy giveaway system that I don't know about? I don't know about America. In the UK, I would have to give way to them. I'm turning into the traffic, so I do not have right of way. But unless they're on traffic lights. Right, delivery point is up ahead. RoboShop. Software, hardware, and video games. I like that hot dog stand though, that's so cool. I love it when they do that, when they make little stands the same shape as the food that they sell. You know, as if it's like, hey, guess what we sell here? Walbert, right? Where's the entrance to this thing? Please tell me that's not it. Aha, I can see the delivery point. Now, I think, from memory, I can go around the back of this thing. I think I can do a full loop. We could either reverse it in down there, but... Oh, look at that truck. That's going to make it nasty. You know what? That truck might make it impossible to reverse in unless you do it the other way. In which case, I'm now going the wrong way. Blimey. Yeah, sometimes you get a drop-off around the back here. Other times it's round the front. But that truck being parked where it is, I think it's going to block my turning circle. We'll see. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be very tricky, actually. But if I can maybe just encourage it to get in there and then use the space I've got, we can always adjust it later, maybe. Yeah, you see, right now, there's no way. I'm completely out of room to turn, which means I'm facing jackknife. Which is why we just can't do it. That truck there means you have to blindside it. My guy's ready for a sleep as well. Thankfully, there's enough room here to just do a full turn. What a pain. Alright. We shall go right down here. Pop in that second mirror. To get this thing pushed away from this fence so I've got some turning space. Hey, that is close. Blimey. Does this guy realise the aggravation he's causing? Okay, we've got it in position, we've just got to fine tune it now. Which we can do. Uh-oh. I honestly didn't think I was that close to the guy. Sorry, dude. That was funny. I honestly didn't think I was that close to him. Wow, how long did that go off for? Do you know, I think that's the only time I've ever done that. It actually made me wonder what was going on. Okay, there we go. That stupid truck. Did I damage my truck doing that? 6% damage on my truck. That's just wear and tear. I haven't damaged my trailer, apparently. So hopefully we won't get a fine for that. 100 gallons, 600 miles. That was a long journey. Should get me to level 11 now, I reckon. Yes! Level 11! Level 11, workhorse. Right then, long distance we've done. High value, fragile cargo. Right, let's go high value. Start bumping that up. Get that bonus going. Let's turn that mirror off. Very quickly, I'm going to go into my driver manager. That's us. Now, long distance, he needs another point in that, so we'll leave him on that. He's got 3. He's now working, he's done his fragile, he's working on just-in-time delivery, which is okay. Maximilian is working on that. So they're netting what? 2 grand, 2 grand, and 1 grand. Bank situation is... we have 42 grand in the bank, and we need to get 92 to pay our first loan off there. So, that's fine. We'll let that run, and as soon as we can pay that loan off, we shall do so. Now, looking at this map here, there's actually rest areas right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what this guy did. I'm going to be that guy that pulls up here to rest and then stops everybody else from reversing in. It's not quite the view that we had down at the lake, but it's nice and convenient, I guess. My guy won't stop yawning, so let's stop here. Turn off the lights. External camera view. Engine off. And it's time for a rest. However, that is the end of this episode. That was quite a long journey. In the next episode, we're going to head north into brand new territory. So I shall see you on the next episode. Until then, take care. Happy trucking.